nandyan si Marcos at saka may bagahe siya. Totoo yan. He's really a weak leader. He's a weak leader. At saka may bagahe siya. Totoo yan.
Gusto ko siyang magpresidente. Pero yung pagka-presidente, hindi na sa akin yan. Hindi sa kanino man. Nasa Diyos yan.
Alam ko kahit napatay na si Marcos, alam ko siya ay maligayang maligaya sapagkat ang kanyang diwang makadiyos, makabayan, makatao ay buhay muli sa kanyang anak, si Ferdinand II, na ngayong kandidato para
Presidente.
Water, power, food, shelter, clothing, medical service, education, ecological balance, sports, recreation, livelihood programs, roads, bridges, communication, and the like.
He said, I have spent my whole life defending Filipinos. I cannot hurt them now. That was it. I remember just before he died, he opened his eyes and he just looked at me. And you're gonna make me cry. He just looked at me. And he closed his eyes again, and all the alarms went off.
There was that last look.
There was that last look that I will never forget. And God, look what you're doing to me. People will think I'm a crybaby.
It led the world, that last look.
It's a very, very sad memory. And sad and happy at the same time because at least meron siyang last na connection with me, with us. I could see he really looked, and he knew who I was, and he knew that perhaps he was going.
Parang that look was a farewell.
Parang ganun.
We continue to celebrate his memory. He is still remembered. You are all here. Despite the brickbats, the criticism, the pure hate that has been heaped upon him over the last 30 plus years, his memory, his legacy continues to endure. I look back and try to think how it is that is. I believe that the reason that we continue to live his memory and his life within ourselves is because we continue to admire, to respect, and to believe his aspirations for greatness for our country.
But the most urgent reason I was looking forward to my coming to this hearing of the Philippine Senate is to seek your help, honorable senators, to help me implement the last will and testament of the late President Marcos to enlist assets in the hands of trustees, to implement the Marcos Humanitarian Foundation so that we can help the country in our economic crisis and help the Filipino people in their agony and suffering.
You and I have been manipulated by foreign interests. Tayo ay ginamit kasangkapan para sa ambisyon at sariling kapakanan ng mga dayuhan. At ito ay lalong hapdi sa kalooban ng isang leader na kagaya ko dahil marahil mahapdi rin sa inyong kalooban na tayo ay ginamit upang pag-away-awayin at pagkatapos magkahiwa-hiwalay. At nais nilang angkinin sa isang bagong bansa na ang Pangulo ay hindi Pilipino. Ay, yung bagong bansa na yan ay sasakupin Palawan, Mindanao, Basilan, Sulu, Tawi-Tawi. Kanya't kahiya-hiya sa ninuno natin kung atin sana pinabayaan na nagkawatak-watak ang Pilipinas. Bagaman, maski na tayo ay noon nag-aaway, alam ninyo, na ang puso ko ay dumudugo kung makita ko ang mga sugatan at namamatay sa laban. Ilang beses akong nakialam sa labanan at pinigil ko ang ating mga sundalo. Patika ko sa kanila, hindi maaaring ang pagkalutas ng suliranin na yan ay sa patayan. Sapagkat mga kapatid natin yan. Ang kapatid ay hindi sinasaktan. Ang kapatid ay inaakit, kinakausap. Ang kapatid ay kinakarinyo. At maigi na lang na ang Panginoon ang unang nagbigay ng inspirasyon sa ating lahat. Pagkat alam kong lahat nito ay nasa kamay ng ang ating Ama na nasa langit. Wala sa ating mga mahihina o mga anak niya, kung hindi, nasa kanyang kamay.
Ako sambayan ng Pilipino, ako'y aatras. Sabihin na ninyo kung duwag, pero ako'y takot na merong mamatay ng Pilipino. Yan ang katotohanan. Call me whatever you want to call me. But I love the people, and I don't want them killed, even at the expense of making a joke of me or insulting me. I will not be part of this criminal act of a bloody election where many Filipinos will die. To save the Filipino people from the ultimate injustice of a possible bloody election, I, Imelda Romualdez Marcos, now withdraw from the presidential race on May 11, 1998. And I now call on all the Marcos loyalists and the entire Filipino people to be vigilant in the forthcoming election and to safeguard the votes so that democracy will prevail.
He informed the family very formally, and he called the little children. He said, the time has come. What we have to offer for the survival of our country is not only life, but more than that.
I think that we are becoming more politically mature. I have great faith na mamimili sila sa talagang pananaw nila ang pinakamagaling, pinakamarunong. Sa pangalan, sa yung anong pangalan, kilala o hindi. Lagi namin kinakausap ang mother ko dahil sa aking pananaw, wala pa akong nakitang kasing galing na... She's one of the best... She's one of the best politicians I know. Ang galing ng instincts niya, incredible.
Mag-gut feel na birang
Ibang klase talaga. Kasi yun na sinabi niya, political animal. She's seen it all eh. She's seen it all. So talagang yung experience niya is malawak at malalim at mahaba.
Hangad kong ibalik ang mapagkaisang paglilingkod ng magbubuklod sa ating bansa.
all of the successes that he had, all the roads, the schools, the educational system, I would like to restore that. I'm the son of the longest-lasting president who brought the Philippines into the modern world. All of the successes that he had, all the roads, the schools, the educational system, I would like to restore that.
Sa kanyang alaala at legasiya. If there is one thing that I think clearly sets my father apart, it's that he had a very clear vision for our country. Malinaw na malinaw ang direksyon niya kung saan niya gusto dalhin ang bansa. Lagi niyang iniisip kung ano ba pinakamagandang tutunguan ng ating bansa sa 5 taon, sa 10 taon, sa 30 taon. Saan ba tayo patungo? Yun ang laging kanyang iniisip. He viewed his work as president as one of nation building, of building up our country to make it better. That is the motivation that I think we should return into our political system. Magkaroon tayo ng pangarap para sa bansa. Let us have a vision for this country. My father had a vision, a dream for our country. And he wanted to reach that dream by building this nation up. Let us return to that concept of service for nation building. That is an idea that we in government will have to return to if we are going to succeed after this pandemic. Magiging matagumpay naman tayo kapag tayo ay magkakaisa. Sama-sama tayong babangon.
Mas malawak ang langit kaysa sa lupa. Kaya mas maraming solusyon kaysa sa problema. Kaya huwag kayong matakot dito sa mundo. May langit.
A miracle happened. From heaven, we got a gift of a landslide victory.
This nation can be great again
Hindi lang pamagat yun, talagang paniniwala na yun, that we can reach that greatness. He always believed in his heart of hearts that the Filipino had greatness within. That was what he based his life on. And that's what we continue to try to do, to honor his memory and to honor the Filipinos.